Thank you. I've been listening to you for a long time, and you've helped me change my life in so many ways. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I have two questions. One's a yes and no answer, which I don't think I've ever heard you say yes or no, but
Yes.
we'll see how that goes.
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yes. Move right on
Love
to
you.
the other
Okay.
one.
That was what I wanted to hear. Okay. This is a question about my children. How do I stay in alignment with my kids and help move them away from those pesky things like sugar, pot for my 14-year-old, and vaccines for the new baby? Or that's, I guess, a double question. That's, what do you think about vaccines? But start with, how do I stay in alignment and get them away from those scary things?
You can't do it. You asked the perfect question. How do I stay in alignment and try to create someone else's reality? How do I stay in alignment and focus on unwanted things and worry about them? How do I stay in alignment and try to be the path of least resistance for someone else? There's no way to get there from there. And so we'll reformat your question a little bit. Abraham, how can I, through practice, guide myself into feeling good no matter what, so that the impulses and ideas and words that flow from me are helpful to those that I care so much about? Abraham, how do I allow my children to have their experience and create their own vortex? Abraham, how do I stop thinking that it's my job to put everything for them in the vortex? How do I let go? Abraham, how do I mind my own business? How do I stay out of it? Abraham, how do I feel about my children the way my inner being feels about my children? How do I trust in their well-being the way my inner being does? By knowing that when you feel negative emotion, you have a differing opinion than that of your inner being, and your inner being is looking at the big picture. Your inner being knows who they are coming in. Your inner being knows what desires are in their vortex. Your inner being knows where their resistance is in relationship to their desire. Their inner being is guiding them every step along the way. So your only value as a friend or a mentor or a parent is to demonstrate what the receptive mode is. That's all you've got to give anyone, is an example of what the receptive mode is. Most of the world is not giving an example of being in the receptive mode. They're not in the receptive mode, and that's why they're struggling and fighting and arming themselves. That's why they're dropping bombs on each other. That's why they're digging holes in the ground and getting prepared for unwanted things. In other words, it's because they're not in the receptive mode. You can be of no value to anyone until you are there. So then the question is, how do I get in the receptive mode? And the answer is, understand its importance and sacrifice all negative emotion for happiness. We know it's a great price to pay. We know it's hard to give up struggle and worry and defensiveness and sacrifice, but you gotta, or you've got nothing to give your children. You see, words don't teach. It's odd that we offer so many, but it is through the clarity of your example. So what you want your children to come to know as soon as you can be consistent in it is, mom focuses herself into feeling good, and I witness as her child, I witness good things coming to her, and I'm starting to make the association as I feel her mood and I watch how things turn out, and I feel her mood and I watch how things turn out. I'm starting to witness the vibrational certainty of that. Or I see my mom, she's worried about so many things, so she's not living the way I want to live. I think I'm going to do everything she doesn't do. I'm going to do everything she doesn't do. She doesn't do pop, but I will. I will, because she's not happy and I want to be. You see what we're getting at? Mm-hmm. Kids are smart. They came to teach you.
That's true.
So here's the question. Abraham, how can I let my untainted, beautiful children who are still in the receptive mode, how can I let them set the example for me to which I can model my life of success in the way that they have discovered it, or in the way that they have not yet forgotten it? You're very quiet. It's a lot to think about, isn't it? But, well, we just want to know, how's it working out otherwise? Can you make enough rules? Can you set enough laws in place? Can you get big enough and mean enough and strong enough to control the behavior of others? You can't. It's not any of your business. They have one intention that they were born to, and that's for life to inspire more within them, and then to find a way to match up with the more that their life has inspired within them. And same for you. We think you are a wonderful mother. We think that you care about your children. We think you care about your children more than is your business to care about your children. We can feel the power of your desire, and you can tell when you're in harmony with what helps them and in harmony with what isn't any help at all by the worry or ease you feel. Imagine how you would feel if you were your son, or anyone, but if you were your son and mother was to say to you, you know, I just trust you so much. You seem like you are ready to guide your life, and you're not ever going to know how to do it if you don't do it. So I'm going to step into the background and just love you with everything I've got. And when a worrisome thought comes, I'm going to do my best to swallow it rather than speak it. And in time, I'm going to do my best to think something else rather than it. Because it is my powerful desire, sweet son of mine, to hold you as my object of attention while my heart soars the way it did the day you were born. I want to feel the power of who you are. I want to feel the power of who you are in the way that you feel the power of who you are. And I'm not going to get in your way. Not anymore. I believe in you. And then do it. Believe in him. Practice that. Practice that. And at first, it's not going to be that easy because you've practiced something else for 14 years. But you know it. You can feel it as we speak it.